What up, guys? They released 2 teasers for the new bunny event coming, so I was like, why not take a look at them? That'd be fun, especially since this week is dry. But anywho, it looks like these 2 are the teasers. Let me quickly go over last year's. Now, last year's I feel like was pretty easy. So they gave us like 3 teasers. First, it was this one, which I feel like these are obvious. Like, look, who else's hair is this other than Soda's? And then this is like clearly Alice. And then they gave us these ones. I don't know about y'all, but I can definitely tell from this right here who it is. This one's a little more vague though, but I feel like last year's was kind of obvious. Unless they release new teasers by the time this goes up. So what am I recording this? It is Friday. So they just released this one, I believe. Yeah, this one. I say just, but it was at 3 in the morning and I was fucking asleep, so. Now, I've seen... Where's the first one? This one's the first one. Let's go over this one first. So this is actually very interesting. I was seeing people say aid, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. There's this glasses right here, which honestly, I feel like this is a red herring, because people also bring up the point that Moran has this 4-leaf clover kind of symbol on her clothes. You know what? Let me bring this up. Hold up. I bring this up in the other tab. Here, let me show you guys. This wiki is really nice, by the way. I like getting the assets from here. Let's see. Let's do this so we can zoom in very nicely. Alright, yeah, look at this. It's basically the same style and everything. Look at that. So, honestly, it could be Moran. Unfortunately, I say this was a very heavy heart, but I don't think either of these are volume, which sucks. I really wanted volume this year. No! Hopefully I get it next year. Please. Please, volume and Bay. Or one of them for the summer event, bro. Please. Now, if you don't think for this one it's Aid or Moran, I'm curious on what you think of this. But before you start guessing, keep in mind that until I'm proven wrong, this event only includes Tetra units. So if you're going to guess a specific girl and who it might be, it can only really be Tetris until they change it. Currently, how the event works is it's usually kind of like a casino competition, and the only girls who are allowed to compete are Tetra units, since, you know, this casino is owned by Mustang, and he's stingy, I suppose. So only the Tetra units will be able to participate in the casino shenanigans. So honestly, I was thinking it might have been Noise too, but once I saw that 4-leaf clover and I bring up that Moran asset, I was like, okay, it probably is her, I'm not gonna lie. Dang, interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing Aid though. Aid would look really nice. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely could tell it's not volume for either of the 2, you know, right here. Also, they have a different style than last year, especially this one. This one's style is pretty different compared to, like, last year's. Anywho, the second one. Now, I'm not going to lie, I feel like this one's a bit obvious. I checked the comments because when I opened the tweet, it was just there, and I couldn't, like, not see it, you know? But even from this looks like Milk's kind of like hand, what are they, bandages type thing? It's kind of like a makeshift glove, but then I saw this in the comments. If I zoom in really close right here, this kind of says cafe. The quality sucks. I don't even know if you can see that, but it kind of says cafe right here. Can I, like, up the image quality? Fuck, I don't think I can, but dude, this is crazy, by the way. Whoops. Oh, it's blue. This is crazy. They did this last year. Why is this there? Am I going to get in trouble for this? I mean, these guys post it, right? So, if anything, it's their fault, not mine. This is pretty devious. I wonder what this is used for. If anyone can let me know, that'd be nice. I wonder what that's used for. Please don't. I know what it's used for. But this is very interesting. I don't know if these were the same as last year's, correct? How did Soda's look? Pretty different, correct? It's similar. But yeah, I feel like this one's a bit more obvious. It's probably Milk. She's got her gloves and her... It says cafe right here, so I imagine it's Milk. Let's see, who else is part of the cafe? So it's Freema and Sugar. I don't know how we'd convince Freema to get into a bunny costume, so that's probably off the table. And I don't think it's Sugar. If it was Sugar, they'd probably put more motorcycle symbols right here, but I don't know. At the same time, I feel like these glasses are kind of a red herring. Granted, Moran got a skin where she did get glasses when she normally doesn't wear glasses. I believe Exia also has a skin like that. But I think the 4-leaf clover icon is a bit of a giveaway. And then right here it says cafe. So I think this year we're definitely going to get Moron and Milk, which is honestly a very interesting setup we got here. Man, I really wish we got volume. Dang it. But anywho, I think that is it. We will be expecting this on the 9th? No, the 4th, correct? I believe the event goes away on the 4th. So we should get this event to drop then. Hopefully this doesn't go live and then like immediately before it's like, hey, these are the new announcements. That'd be quite unfortunate. I don't know if they'll announce it yet. I don't think they would, because this barely was put out today, so I doubt tomorrow, or I guess by the time you're seeing this today, they'll be like, hey, here's the units. But I think Moron and Milk is penciled in for my guesses for this year. Now, if you don't know, I think the bunny events, usually every year, they go pretty hard and get like fully voiced, and they make kind of like arena where you can collect like the fucking collectibles and whatnot. I forgot what they're called. And then they do a mini game, so it should be relatively long. And then after that, I believe we will get the Resident Evil collab, and I wonder if that'll just take us all the way to Anniversary. So very interesting. Unfortunately, I feel like these units are going to be a skip because they will go into the regular pool, and then there will be a collab coming up. But I do enjoy the bunny events every year, so this should be fun. This week's been pretty dry, so I am very much looking forward to new stuff. But oh well. The only real thing that I'm curious about now, though, is if the bunny event is going to be during the regular time. When is it usually out? I feel like it's in May is the usual time. So I wonder if we'll get this, and then in May we'll get another bunny event, which would be kind of interesting. Can we get volume, bro? Please. Also, I hope they make Milk and Moron good. The regular units kind of suck. Also, her treasure's kind of ass. What the fuck? Bay treasure? Is it really that bad? I did think it looked kind of ass, but like, dude. Wow, okay, that's kind of lame. Maybe I won't get base treasure at second. Granted, I'm still stuck on toes, but besides the point, I'm going on a tangent. Let me stop before this goes on for fucking an hour. I just came here to just do some goofy guessing game, but I will say it is kind of obvious. I feel like these guys make the guesses a bit obvious. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that, but I think that is it. Definitely Moron and Milk, methinks, will be coming out about next week. I would say on the 4th, all this should come out, so very exciting. Oh, I love the bunny bent, but anywho, let me stop rambling. Let me know what your guys' guesses are for the new girls coming out, and what you think about it being Moron and Milk. I actually don't mind Milk. I feel like Milk doesn't get a lot of love, so we'll see that. I guess Moron doesn't have either. The other girls, Sakura and Rosanna, got their summer variants, right? Because the lore for that was like they were doing a magazine shoot, I guess, so it kind of makes sense. But I'm surprised at Moron. I wonder how they're going to fit her into getting into the bunny suit. But anyways, I think that is it for me. So I will catch you guys later.